Hello everyone, welcome to our channel today. In previous video, we have discussed several formula in tier with warming formula. In the general introduction, we have discussed this. There's another categories here we called Yang restoring formula. In this video, we're going to discuss about the general introduction of Yang restoring formula. There comes two questions. The first is why the patient will need Yang restoring formula. The second is when to use Yang restoring formula. In other words, how do you know from our daily practice in front of a patient, how do you know the patient have certain problem which needs Yang restoring formula? The first question is, what's the cause? Why the patient will need Yang restoring formula? From the name we can see Yang is opposite to Yin. Restore. It actually indicates in other words indicates that the patient is lack of Yang, or the Yang is losing. Something caused the patient lack of Yang. That's why the Yang in the body need to be restored. That's why we use this kind of formula. When we discuss the Yang deficiency, so we will focus on Yang deficiency, and the patient will always have the symptoms or the signs of coldness. When we discuss Yang deficiency, one's from the Yang deficiency, the other one is from external pathogen. So if the patient got attacked by the external coldness, this also can damage the Yang in the body. So it's actually these two the symptoms are very similar, but the cause is different. Yang deficiency is the weakness of the body. So severe Yang deficiency, we need to use Yang restoring formula. That's one from deficiency. The other one is from external Yin pathogen, external coldness. So if the external coldness attack the body will become cold. It's very similar if you put a body in a fridge or in a freezer. That's very similar in winter, in very cold climates. The people stay in this environments will be attacked by the coldness. Some weak patients, they will also be attacked by the coldness. That will cause Yang deficiency as well. So the results of these two are the same. They will have Yang deficiency, but the cause is actually different. The first is the weakness of the body. The second is the excess in pathogen. External pathogen attack the body. Also, in this kind of patient, especially patient with Yang deficiency, with severe Yang deficiency, the patient sometimes will be vomiting or sometimes sweating a lot. These two, vomiting, diarrhea, or sweating, you see this is actually the body fluids coming out from the body. It will cause Yin deficiency. So when we see a patient with the Yang deficiency, we will focus on Yang restoring, but don't forget the patient might have, or it's very likely to have Yin deficiency. Actually in this condition, the patient will have both Yin and Yang deficiency. The cause for Yin deficiency here, when we discuss Yang, when we discuss yang, what's yang? It's actually yang qi. So it's the qi deficiency, yang qi deficiency. When we talk about qi, there are several different functions of qi, such as defensive qi, we also call it wei qi, or nutrition qi, yin qi, which have the nutrition supply, where the nutrition come from, the breathing qi, and the qi stored in internal organs. These are all different kinds of qi. When patient have yang qi deficiency, the patient may have the deficiency in defensive qi. Defensive qi have the function to control or in charge of our superficial skins, can in charge of sweating. So if the patient have defensive qi deficiency, the patient, the immune system will be weak, so the patient may very easy to have flu, or there in other aspects, the patient will be sweating. If the patient will sweat too much, which causes yin deficiency. So in this kind of patient, they always have yang deficiency and yin deficiency. So these two are always together. And also when we discuss about the yin and yang theories, yin and yang can generate each other. So if yang have deficiency, it won't generate enough yin. That also will result in yin deficiency. So we have talked so many conditions that actually we focus on two. One is what's the cause. The cause may be the weakness of the body. It may be the external coldness attack the body. And the result will be yang deficiency and yin deficiency. The yin deficiency can be from yang deficiency, which will result the generating of yin reduced, or the yang deficiency cause vomiting, diarrhea, or sweating. You will lose the yin directly. So these are the two main aspects from yin and yang deficiency. The second question we're going to discuss here is, what are the symptoms of yang deficiency, or what are the symptoms of the patient who needs yang restoring formula? The first symptom is the coldness. So where are the coldness? The patient may have the coldness in the hands and in the feet. This kind of coldness is typically will travel beyond the elbow. So the patient may feel the coldness above elbow, or above their knee to their thigh, the whole legs, or the whole arm. The whole arms, they feel the coldness there. So the first is the coldness. The second is the spirit. We see from the spirits and also from sleeping. The patient is weak and have yin and yang deficiency. This kind of patient always tired, fatigue. The patient want to sleep, and this is very similar to Shao Yin disease in Shanghai Lun. Shao Yin disease, the patient, the pulse is weak and the patient want to sleep. So this is the yin and yang deficiency. The last aspect is from spirit. How can we see spirit? Here when we talk about spirit, it's actually because of the translation. Spirit in Mandarin is more, there's many meanings of spirit. It might be spiritual stuff, which is in religions or in myth. They might be spirits, maybe only to describe something. That's it's just a word to describe something. In Chinese medicine, spirit is not spiritual stuff. It's actually some substance. But how can we see the spirit? Spirit in Chinese medicine is including the process of your thinking, so your thought, the person's psychology process, a person's personality, emotions. So all these personalities we call spirit. So it's nothing about the spiritual stuff. But how we can see the spirit if the patient got a weakness. In 黄帝内经, it describes that when we sleep, the spirit goes to the heart. That's how we can sleep. And when we are awake, the spirit will go to your eyes, and the eye. That's how we can see the stuff around us. So when we see a patient, if we want, especially this kind of patient, it's actually in very severe condition. We want to see if the spirit is good or not. You actually can see from the eyes. If you see from the eyes that the patient, they feel tired, the eyes is sometimes not focusing. That's how we can see spirits. In this video, we're going to explain these two questions. The first is, what's yang restoring? And the second is, why we will need or when to use yang restoring formula. In the following videos, we're going to discuss the specific formula in yang restoring formula. Thank you for watching our video today. For more information, you can visit our website. See you next time.